What are red flags in a friendship most people brush away? When you hang out with them, it feels like you're defusing a bomb when there's nothing going on right then. Edit. Why is my highest rated comment about the one friend I gave up on due to his need to yell at me over the smallest things? But seriously, I didn't expect so many people to have this problem too. Thought I was the only one who didn't realize this right away. I had to let go of my best friend because of this. With my real friends I could always just respond to a text message with the first thing I thought of. With this girl I felt like I had to carefully consider what I was saying and then reword it several times before I could hit send because I didn't want to be dismissed or berated in any way. That's not friendship. Wow, I actually needed to hear this. Friends that only care to talk about their own success and aren't genuinely happy for you and yours unless it amounts to less than their own. I feel this. Got married in July. Best friend of 13 years tried to bring down the wedding because how dare I be happy when she can't even have a decent date. There was a lot of drama and shit because I was being unreasonable by not spending $1,500 on her alone when my entire wedding cost less than $1,000 and that was over budget. My husband asked me how I felt when I was around her and it was like this entire thread. I wasn't allowed to talk unless it was negative about myself. I couldn't wear anything that made me look or feel good. If I showed cleavage, I was purposely trying to distract guys from her. I deserved every wolf whistle and insult while walking downtown because of the way I dressed. I was asking for it. Any time spent with my husband and not her was wasted time. We haven't talked in a year since I told her we were eloping. She ignored me, then tried to reach out when she saw me a month after the wedding. Said she didn't know what she did wrong. Never tried to reach again out after I told her that her attitude was deplorable and that she needed to grow up like everyone else has. Apparently she didn't like that. Close bracket. Really jealous and possessive friends. I'm a jealous person by nature. And even though my jealousy flares up when I see my friends hanging out with other people, I would never let them know. Why? Because I don't want them to feel bad about doing the things they love. Having a social life outside my little world. If a person tries to box you up because they want you all to themselves, it's not a proof of love or companionship. True love, in any kind of relationship like friends, family, lovers, is shown by respect and allowing the other person to have free will. I'm currently struggling with this. I thought my best friend and I were really tight, yet I found out she was pregnant on Facebook. Found out she was engaged on Facebook. Weird, but okay. I guess she likes spilling the beans on social media. Lately, this new girl, who I didn't get a good first impression of, is now hanging out with our immediate circle and she asked me, "Did you know she had a pregnancy scare?" Great. My best friend hasn't texted me for weeks and now I find out you two are really tight. That stings. And now I feel like shit. I don't mind her hanging out with new people, but the fact that I've been ignored hurts and just causes jealousy. I don't know. I feel like crap lately. Lol. Something like this happened to me last week and it knocked me on my ass like full on private ugly crying. Just chiming in to say that shit hurts and to give you a fist bump of solidarity. Friends who are good to you when one-on-one, but constantly put you down in group settings. This is a big sign of insecurity/jealousy. Other signs: inappropriate attention-seeking behaviors, trying to twist the situation on you when confronted about things, not respecting your boundaries, is super friendly with new people but in a disingenuous I wanna be like the most way. Constant gaslighting, getting mad at you for not going by the exact same moral playbook as them. When in group settings they get really uncomfortable and try to change the subject or put you down extra if attention is on you. Acting they like, can take constructive feedback, but actually taking it out on you in small ways throughout the rest of the day. Edit. Thanks for all the upvotes and the silver. Wish you all the best of luck in ridding yourselves of toxic friendships. Don't go wasting your time on people who don't treat you with the respect you deserve. Wow. That's exactly what my high school best friend did to me. Continually feeling like you want to say something, but should hold your tongue. I'd like to add to this, but I think I'll hold off. You see you got a private message from them and your gut reaction is to start getting nervous or anxious. What is it this time? Apostrophe. This was happening with me for months before the friendship imploded. It was always something, and none of it good. Friends who gossip excessively. If they are talking about other people, chances are they are talking about you. My roommates like to gossip by saying extremely nice things behind friends' backs. That kind of gossiping is okay. Being dismissive of all your interests and achievements. Meanwhile everything they do, no matter how mundane, is amazing. And then you bring this issue up and they give BS reasons like it's hard for me to care about something I don't know about, or even further you're being sensitive / erratic / emotional, and you just sit there thinking I'm sure glad I still attentively listened to all those times you bored me with your financial spreadsheets you made to decide what car you would buy. Ayumi, my best friend who I haven't talked to in 4 months, was pulling this. Always asking for favors, but never there when you need them to return one. I remember one time I needed a lift halfway across the UK and none of my friends would take me. One of my online friends who lived not too far away, who I help out a lot, just said say no more, I'll be there in 15 minutes, get your shit. Safe to say he is one of my closest and best friends. I had back surgery in 08 and I didn't see hide nor hair of any of my RL friends. But an older lady I had met on the Sims 2 message board sent flowers, called me every day, and bought me a subscription to an online game site so I'd have something to do while I recovered. She was in Seattle and I'm in Ohio. Eventually she moved to Florida and we drove down so I could meet her. We remained friends until she passed a couple of years ago. I miss her so much. Man, that brought a tear to my eye. I lost the most selfless friend 5 years ago. Met him in a game chat. He always wanted to genuinely know how you were doing. He could talk anyone off of a ledge. His heart just gave out one day. He'd had heart problems that he never burdened us with. He always knew he would die young. I miss his laugh and his smile. There's a Jimmy Eat World song that has the perfect line. It's called Hear You Me. Give it a listen if you need a good cry. One up of friends. I just had this 2 hours ago. I was shopping and a cute girl just said hi while walking by. Just a hi made my day, and so I was telling my friend about it. He said nice and then told me how yesterday a sexy coworker just comes to him and kisses him. Reason, she just wanted to. This was kinda the moment I realized he is full of cow excrements. Your friend must be my roommate, because according to him every woman in the world wants to fuck him. I'm a woman. I do not want to fuck him. Please let him know. I also am a woman. I also do not want to fuck him. Let us make a list. Friends that don't let you have any other friends and require 100% of your time when they can't give you the same. This also applies to significant others. Especially so with significant others. Huge red flag. Another red flag is if you're so outright refuses to have anything to do with any of your friends. This is either a very bad indication on their character or a very bad indication on yours, since all your friends are shitty. They only talk to you when all of their other friends are gone. Same happened to me. Made me wonder if I was just too boring or wasn't considered enough of a best friend. Same with the last friend that I had. I came to understand that a big part of it was that she needed attention, and a lot of it. So she required a large circle of friends, but only spoke to a select few consistently, and everyone else was a backup to another backup friend, so she never felt lonely. It sure as fuck made me feel lonely though, and I knew I was better than that, and I'm sure you're worth more than that kind of garbage to edit. This example only correlated, but does not mean this is the case for every situation like this. If you ever feel unsure about your place in someone else's life, talk to them about it. By opening up, you eliminate all uncertainty. Worst case scenario, you know where you stand and whether or not you need to move on. Be excellent to each other. They call you only when they need you. And then you feel guilty when you get mad because they've had a rough upbringing or something, and you feel like a bad friend and like maybe you're overreacting because you know they've been through a lot. But still you want to vent to them about your problems because they might be able to sympathize, but then you think that their problems have been worse than yours, so you really can't complain because in comparison you don't have shit to complain about, and they don't call you or text you for a few months. But suddenly they get into an argument with somebody and they're always in the right and they need somebody to reassure them that they deserve better. Sounds about right. Hey, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.